right, guys, I am so excited to be able to talk to you guys today about coaching a little bit with one of my closest friends, Leanne. And honestly, we would not have been friends if it wasn't for coaching. Like, it really would not have happened because while we're both in Ohio, it wouldn't have happened because we're in different areas and just our lives are at different points and everything like that. So I really do thank God for the people who he's brought into my life through this business because I wouldn't have had them. So if you guys are brand new to thinking about coaching, we are going to do this in a little bit of a different way. So if afterwards you're like, I have more questions or I want a little more detail, make sure you reach out to the person who invited you to this coaching opportunity, or you can reach out to Leanne or I, and we can get your questions answered. Because I remember when I first signed up, I had so many questions and I was like, wait, I just want to make sure that I have them all down and get all my questions out there, even though I trust my coach, just so that I know that I'm not like signing my life away to the devil or something, right? Because I mean, it's normal to have that fear, you guys. So as Leanne and I go through this, we wanted to share with you guys just some stories of how it has changed our lives. And you can hear our full stories on YouTube. Both of us have shared like our full detailed stories. But we wanted to keep this short and sweet since we know it's a lot of people on their lunch break and everything like that. So for those of you that don't know me, I know it says Meg Kozlowski on here, but my name is Meg Kozlowski. I did get married, and I am married to my amazing husband, Kirk Kozlowski. He really is my better half. I'm a mother to a beautiful daughter who is, I call her my baby girl, but she's almost 2.5. She's not really a baby anymore. And then I am also very proud of being a fur mama. She was my first baby. Her name's Kaylee. She's a black Labradoodle, and I am obsessed with her. But guys, I've been a coach for 8.5 years, and you're probably thinking, wow, this girl doesn't look very old. I'm really not. I'm 31 years old. I signed up when I was 22, fresh out of college, had met my coach, and I looked at the life that my coach had and what she was providing for her and her family, and dug into what coaching entailed, which we'll share later. And I knew that it was something that I could do. I could take it in and I could put my own spin on it and put my own personality and make it my own. And I'm so glad that I did that 8.5 years ago now, because in May of this year, it'll be 6 years of being a full-time coach, which is insane to even think. So I went to school for nutrition and got my master's in public health nutrition. And I wanted to make sure I pointed that out because I think sometimes people think like, oh, if I have a degree in nutrition, like I can't do like a multi-level marketing company like this. But then I also want people to know that if you don't have a degree in nutrition or fitness or anything, you can also be a super successful coach, okay? I look at the people who are crushing this business, and they are from every walks of life. Some have not even graduated from high school. Some have a degree in accounting. Some have a degree in medicine. Some have a degree in education. You know, it's just across the board, you guys. And it's really just having a service heart of helping other people. And I knew that I personally wanted to be a coach because I love helping people become the best version of themselves, not just through health and fitness, but through everything that Beachbody embodies. And hopefully you'll be able to hear that from Leanne and I. So the first story that I wanted to really cover with you guys is that Beachbody, for me personally, has helped me learn how to love my body, flaws and all. I was born into a family that has hypothyroidism. So when I was 13, I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism. And then while I was a very athletic child, when puberty came, I started gaining weight, and the only way, even though my mom was super healthy, provided us with healthy food, we did grow up during the low-fat, fat-free period, so we did eat that way, but she was always exercising and encouraging me to exercise. But I turned to eating disorders. You know, I had bulimia, I had exercise-induced bulimia, and I just could not find, even though I had my degree in nutrition, I couldn't find something that could help me keep the weight off. And I was yo-yoing, trying everything, you guys. And it wasn't until my coach came into my life, and she was the first person who really looked at me and said, Meg, you're doing it all wrong. You know, like you have to just treat your body right through eating healthy and working out, and you don't have to work out for hours. You just have to find the right program for you that has all the things that you need. And so I trusted my coach. I started doing it. I lost 30 pounds within, the first 4 months of being a client of hers. And I was creating these healthy habits and this confidence in myself that I hadn't had in so long, you guys, that I just wanted to share that with more people. And now, looking at the fact that I have a daughter, I want to continue to show her how to treat her body right. And through this business, through pregnancy, which a lot of women struggle, because your body's changing and everything like that, I was able to use this business and use what I have learned through our personal development, through our healthy eating, through our workouts, to take that all the way through my pregnancy and lose the 27 pounds post-pregnancy within, I think it was like 9 weeks or something, that I was able to lose it because I had created those habits, you guys. And it's not just me, my parents are in their late 60s and they drink Shakeology every single day. My mom calls it her medicine/multivitamin, and they take it with them everywhere. They are in awesome health. My sisters do it as well. My husband is right by my side. Wasn't from the beginning, but he is now doing the health and fitness along with me. And our daughter has been hopping in and doing the workouts with us too. So it's just showing Tenley and who knows, future children, how to embody a healthy lifestyle, not to grow up yo-yoing or hating your body or whatever. So that's one of the biggest parts for me in this business, aside from everything else that has happened, is just learning how to really love myself and teach other women how to love themselves where they are, flaws and all. Okay. So the other story that I wanted to cover with you guys is that, I grew up in a family of 2 working parents. My mom owned her own social working business, and I got to see her create this business. But the thing that I saw with my mom is that she was working really hard all the time away from home. And I have a lot of her characteristics where it's like I don't like to slow down. So I can thank her for that. But I never saw her, looking back, she was home Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But in my eyes, as growing up as a kid, I was around my dad, who was a teacher. And so he would be off after school, as well as my sisters. And I really didn't see my mom very much. And I knew that if I had children, I wanted to be more present. I wanted to be able to have that flexibility to go to school and volunteer when I wanted, when Tenley gets into school, or to be home with her and give her, her breakfast and put her down for her nap and be that person for her when she wakes up from her nap, and be there for her bedtime and be there for all those pivotal, exciting moments of being a parent. And I knew that if I could find a career that I loved and still gave me that flexibility to be around my family, then I was all in. And when I saw my coach, she has a child, she was doing that, and I thought, okay, if she can do it, I can do that too. So I started this business and I started to apply what my coach was teaching me to do early on. And now I'm able to be home with Tenley and hopefully future children. Not only that, you guys, I'm showing her, which gets me a little teary-eyed, but I won't. I'm showing her how to be disciplined and to follow your dreams and to be okay to chase after something that you're passionate about. Every single day she gets to see mommy goes and works, but then she's present with me. My business doesn't get carried into my family life, which is kind of tough at times, but it's that balance that you've got to create that we'd help you with. I'm also able to allow my husband, who, he's got his doctorate in physical therapy, which I'm super proud of. He's amazing, but he's able to work because he wants to. A lot of people ask me, okay, so if you're making this income, why is your husband not retiring? And it's because he doesn't want to, and I don't want him to. I want him to be able to go off and do what he loves. He loves the business, but he also loves being a physical therapist. He was destined to be a physical therapist, and it's cool to see him chase after something that he loves, and we don't have to worry about debt. We don't have to worry about the things that, he has to work to be able to support the family. He gets to work because he loves it. Okay. And that kind of leads into my last story, you guys, which is about financial stability. So I'm not a very money-driven person, but I did know that with this business, money, your income, the sky is the limit. You really get out of this business what you put into it. And the thing that really tied me into this business is they said, you make income by the lives that you're changing, not just by signing people up, but actually helping them get results, helping them stay healthy, helping them stay on their journey. Also with your coaches, I know there's a lot of those myths where, people just sign people up like crazy and then they're just making crazy amount of money and they don't help people. That's not what this business is about. It really is about helping people succeed. If you're not helping your coaches, you're not going to succeed. So it really is about the amount of lives you change. So with us, with me starting this business, we've been able to pay off, which this kind of makes me want to throw up a little bit, you guys, $630,000, okay, in debt. Kirk was adding that up for me yesterday, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that. I just put my head down and we just paid off we just recently finished paying off our student loans. But we just kind of put our heads down and just worked, you guys. This is a business where it's a business. You have to hustle. You have to work for what you want. Okay. You all get to take it at different levels and what you want to achieve. But I knew that if I hustled, I would be able to do whatever I wanted with our lives as well as with our family. Okay. So we've been able to pay off our first house, the mortgage within, I think it was a year and a half of moving into the house, which was exciting. We've paid off our cars. We are in the process of paying off the house that we just built, as well as our student loans. And it's nice to feel like, okay, we're almost completely 100% debt-free. And my husband's 32 and I'm 31. The other thing, you guys, is that we can take trips whenever we want. Just recently we went to Florida with my parents. They've been there for 6 weeks. And we had planned to go from Wednesday to Monday, but Kirk and I, about a week or two before the trip, looked at each other and said, why don't we just go for a full week? Why don't we bump it from Monday to Monday as opposed to just going for a couple days? And because of the financial freedom that we have and the flexibility in our schedules, we were able to change our flights and go for a full week, which is really nice, you guys, to have some extra alone time with my parents. So we can take trips whenever we want. And we're also able to pay for unexpected costs. I won't get into them, but just going through life, different things that pop up. My daughter broke her wrist. We were able to pay for that, which insurance tried to fight us on. We didn't have to really think twice about it. Okay, we're going to take her to the doctor, have her get it taken care of, and then good to go. Didn't have to think twice about not being able to get her the help and support that she needed. The last thing that I wanted to cover, you guys, is just being supported and surrounded by people who are literally the best people you'll ever meet in your life. I have a lot of people ask me, so are you really that positive all the time? And the answer is no. There's a lot of ups and downs that we all go through, but you really, when you're around people who are eating healthy and working out and filling their minds with positive things, you are you want to be a better person, right? You're just becoming a better version of yourself. And I have been helped through some of the toughest times I've ever had in my entire life. Back in 2013, my husband and I got in a really bad car crash and I broke my wrist, and had support through that. When I had my daughter, I had a really bad delivery, and unexpected things happened, was supported through that. And just recently we lost our second child through a miscarriage. And while it's still tough to talk about that, you guys, I think about the support that I had from my team, from my clients, from the followers on social media through that tough time. I have never felt more loved and supported in my life. And yes, my family and friends were there for me as well. But it really was a cool thing to see that through this business, while it's a business, it's also relationships, real relationships, you guys, that are with people who love you and support you through whatever you're going through. So those are my stories. Leanne, are you wanting me to go over what we do as a coach, or do you want to add in yours?
I can add in mine if that works. So I am Leanne Meiser. I have been a coach for 5.5 years, full-time, almost 4 years at the end of May, which is kind of crazy. I remember the exact day and where I was when I saw Meg had quit her full-time job, and she was posting about how she really didn't know what she was going to do that day. She'd already done her boot camp and what she was going to do. And I was walking into work. I am a CPA, a certified public accountant. I have my master's in business. And I was walking into work going, what in the world am I doing? why? I just dropped my screaming child off at daycare who didn't want me to go. And why wasn't I pursuing this? Like, I had fallen in love with the products. I had fallen in love with, kind of the atmosphere of a challenge group. And I thought, why am I not doing this? Like, why am I going into this job? So, to be a CPA, a little background, you have to have 150 credit hours before you can sit for the CPA exam. And when I went into undergrad saying, I'm going to be a CPA, I'm going to work at Ernst & Young, and that is the only option I have. And I knew I needed that 150 credit hours, but I did not want to stay at school for 5 years because all of my friends were going to be there for 4. And so I was not going to be waiting another year. And at that time, I didn't know if I wanted to pursue my graduate degree or MBA, whatever. So I studied and I went crazy and I went and got those 150 credit hours. I remember the day that Ernst & Young offered me the job, and I had been passed up for another opportunity. And I said, why didn't I get that opportunity? And they said, because you already had the 150 credit hours, we didn't need to send you to get your master's in accounting. We could offer you this job right now. And I'm so blessed that that's the way it happened. But I have always believed that I could do whatever I wanted to do. Like, I could be a rock star at my job and be an awesome mom. And I was determined and have always just felt, I don't know if it was something that my parents ingrained in me, I don't know what, but I just always felt like I could do whatever I wanted to do. And I remember a day, it was after my daughter was born. She was about 6 months old. We were a busy time at work, and I was responsible for all of our financial reporting. And we had an executive in at the time who was very demanding and kind of like that male ego and would make snide little remarks. And one day he was like, hey, we need you to stay because we're going to have a round of changes for this report. And I remember looking at my watch and being like, it's 6 o'clock. It takes me a half hour to get home. Faith goes to bed at 6:30. This is my chance of being able to put my daughter to bed. And am I going to speak up? Am I going to say, would it be okay if I went home, put my daughter, she was actually 5 months. It was February at the time. My 5-month-old baby to bed and then logged back in and did that work, because you don't know when the changes are coming. They're not here yet. And he said no. And I was just dumbfounded. And I walked into one of my colleagues' offices who was kind of a mentor, and I broke down and I said, never in my life have I ever felt like I couldn't have both, that I had to choose whether I was going to rock out this career or be a mom. And I didn't want that. I wanted to have that thriving career and be a mom. And so this opportunity allowed me that. I can have this kick butt career and my daughter's at school all day. That was the idea of a lot of my grandma would always kid with me, you've got to quit your job. She wasn't a kid, but she was serious. But she's like, you got to quit your job and you got to be a homemaker. And I'm like, Grandma, I don't want to do that. I want a career. And what happens when she does go to school? Do I just throw away this CPA license? Do I throw away my MBA and hope that I can get back into it when she's ready to go to school? And I can tell you guys, honestly, now I use my MBA more now than I did in the corporate world, because nobody in the corporate world wanted to give me a chance. They were basically kind of putting that glass ceiling on me. You have to choose. And if you're not going to go all in here and you're going to have one foot at home, we're not going to promote you. And so I love that I'm able to use more of my MBA now on team building and helping people reach their goals and stuff like that than I was able to use in the corporate career. So this business allowed me that ability to have the best of both worlds for me. I didn't want to just do one or the other. I wanted both, and I have both now. The other story kind of thing, I remember when I was looking at it, I was seeing that Meg had gone full time with this, and the idea started going on in my mind. I had my own limiting beliefs at the time, whether or not I could do this. And a friend who was in a challenge group with me had launched his business, and he had done a blog post and shared it on Facebook. And so I'm gonna go read it. And he shared about how he had made $800 that month in his business. Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success. But he had shared that $800. Now, my husband's a CPA. I have my CPA. Like, we were making really good money, especially for how young we were. And at the time, I was still thinking, God, an extra $800 would mean a lot to my family. That would mean like a vacation instead of paying off student loans. That would mean doing more stuff around the house that maybe we weren't doing. At the time, Faith was in daycare, and those of you who have kids in daycare know that's an expensive thing to do. And so I started thinking, like, what would an extra $800 do for my family? So that was kind of my number. Like, $800 a month, that's just $200 a week, would make an impact. So I started to follow Meg and just kind of pay attention to what she was doing. We connected really well with kind of our thought patterns, our struggles. And I'm a firm believer that you end up with this person that's very similar to you. So that's when I signed up. And at the beginning, I only wanted to be a discount coach. I remember getting on the phone call with Meg, and she gave me like a few things to do, which she'll share what you do as a coach. And I thought, I really don't want to work this, but I'm just going to do it for the discount. And then all of a sudden, it became a little bit more, and I became more of a hobby, and I started to achieve some goals and get some recognition within the company, something that I was missing in that corporate world. I was getting that recognition, and then Meg was like, hey, you should really pursue this a little bit more. And then I was able to leave my full-time job, like I said, almost 4 years ago. In 2 weeks or so, April 22nd is actually my husband's birthday. I gave my notice at my job in 2014 and said, peace, I'm out. I'm not dealing with this anymore. So I was really excited about that. And it just all came with, there's this opportunity right here. Like, this is the amount of money. And Meg is not very income driven, or like, that's me. I'm just, blame the CPA in me, but that's kind of my mental driver. Maybe it's a stability thing or whatever, but that was kind of what really sparked me. And then things that I've loved about this business is that I get to choose who I work with. And I love connecting with other strong-willed, strong women that want more out of their lives, that really do believe somewhere deep down, even if it's this small little voice, they're like, I know I'm meant for more. I know I can do more. And when I'm around those women, it only makes me want to do better. One of my clients is on here, but she had posted a struggle on our 80-day obsession group. And you guys, by the time I got to that post, like, I don't even know how many, 5 or 6 coaches or customers, other customers had already been there responding to how, she should handle this time of struggle. And they were all jumping in, and they're like, we have a text message thread. I keep asking them to add me to this text message thread, but they never do. I think they're afraid. But I love that we're all these women that can empower each other. And in a time where so many people are competing with each other and bashing each other and saying, oh, you're awful because you work at home, or you're awful because you're a stay-at-home mom. What are you going to do? Like, we're empowering each other, and we're like, you are awesome no matter where you are. And so that just elevates me. It makes me excited to be a mom, to be a better person, to see what other people are capable of doing. And that's kind of why I fell in love with this business. And it's given me so much more than I could have ever dreamed of when I first, signed up. And I'll tell you how to sign up. But when I first signed up, that little fee, I had no idea all that I was going to get out of it.
So I love that. I was like getting chills, and it's so true that, in a time in our world where there's so much hate, so many things going on, that coming onto my newsfeed, which is filled with coaches, I don't see anything negative. It's all people trying to support and empower other people. And I always took pride in that, and I still do, because we're such a supportive, positive community. So Leanne, that's so true. So, 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 so true. And I know that so many moms can resonate with, your story about faith because, it's tough when you have that driven personality and you're strong-willed and you know that you're meant to help people, but you also want to be a good mom and a good wife and be present. And sometimes our jobs make us choose, like you have to choose your family or you have to choose your career. And with coaching, you don't, they get to interweave and intertwine, which is really, really cool. Okay, so guys, I'm going to go over real quick what we do as coaches, okay? And this is going to be super, super basic, but when I tell people this, they're like, how does that turn into a business? Believe me, this turns into a business. There is no secret sauce. There really isn't, besides just hustling and having that grit to continue to do the basic things that we're telling you to do over and over and over and over and over again, and just trust that that momentum and consistency is going to pay off, okay? Speaking from, something that I've done. Okay. So the first thing that we focus on is being proof that the products work. Okay. So really, if you had something that you loved in your life, think of like a lipstick. Okay. And you weren't selling it, but you absolutely loved this lipstick because it stayed on. And I know there's companies out there that do this, but it stays on so well. You wouldn't even think twice about sharing that with your client or with your followers, right? You wouldn't be scared that they were thinking that you were selling them because it was just something that you were already doing, right? And you're passionate about it. And people wouldn't think twice because, right, they're feeling that passion. Same thing with health and fitness. There's so many people out there that are working on being healthier people, that are focusing on eating healthy, and they're sharing it on social media. And that's why coaching is such a cool thing and such a cool business, because it's already habits that a lot of people are doing. Okay, so being proof that our products work, doing the workouts, drinking Shakeology. If the containers don't fit your plan, do something that you want to nutrition-wise. I know I've played around with the nutrition side of things, so that's totally game, you guys. If you don't like to work out at home, you can take your workouts to the gym, okay? You don't have to work out at home, although that is a plus side for a lot of people who have young children or just don't like to leave the house like me, So just showing people through your own progress. You are your billboard for your business. And I was talking to a coach earlier who has just had a baby. And she said, I didn't really have a fitness journey before having my baby. And I was able to be successful when I wasn't really, I didn't have any weight to lose, but I was just showing people how to be healthy. And I'm able to be successful now, showing people with my postpartum journey. And it really is wherever you're at in your journey, you guys, just sharing that you're doing the workouts and sharing what you're improving on. Okay. So whether you have 100 pounds to lose or you have no weight to lose, if you're doing the programs and you're showing people how it's improving your life, whether it's giving you more energy, more confidence, you're able to do more push-ups, whatever, that's proving to people that these products work. Okay, so the first one is just being proof the product works. The second one, you guys, is personal development. Okay, so I love that this is a cornerstone of being a good coach, because how many of us, like if we knew how many thoughts go through our heads in a matter of just 30 minutes, you guys, it's like millions of thoughts. And the sad thing is that the majority of us have negative thoughts, right? It's like telling ourselves like how much we suck, or how we can't do something, or how we're bad mom or bad wife or whatever. But in order to control your mind, our business says you need to do 10 minutes of personal development that makes you feel good. And we have a whole list of books that you can read or listen to, okay? But 10 minutes every single day to control this, because this business really is built between the ears, okay? It's controlling your mindset, because when you feel good and you're positive and optimistic and telling yourself you can do something, the sky's the limit, okay? So whether you are a busy, crazy, all over the place mom, you can fit it in with Audible. Okay, I use that a lot of the times, like when I'm getting ready in the morning, like showering, right before I work out, I'm listening to personal development. When I'm doing dishes or making dinner or driving in the car, like I don't even know what popular music's out there anymore because I'm always listening to personal development. I rarely sit down and actually read a book, okay? Now there's other people who need that hard book in their hands. I'm trying to get back to that, but you can do it at nighttime, instead of sitting and listening or watching TV, which is a bad thing to do at nighttime, messes with your sleep. but you can sit down and have your book, okay, and put 10 minutes in. It'll help you relax. It'll get your mind in the right place before you go to bed. You can really fit it into any kind of schedule, you guys. The third thing, you guys, is making sure that you're inviting people to do this opportunity with you and to try the products with you. Now, this is usually the one that scares a lot of people away. And they're like, we all have those friends who post products all over their page, right? And you're like, can I unfriend them? I can't unfriend them because it's my sister or whatever, right? But maybe I'll just click unfollow and so I don't see their post because it's just annoying, right? You're like, I already have your products, or I don't want your products. That's not what we do as coaching, okay? It's all focused on relationship first, building that trust, sharing through proof the product works. And then when people see the results that you're getting, they can ask you what you're doing. And we'll help you with the right way to invite people to the coaching opportunity as well as to challenge groups without having to feel icky and salesy. But because believe me, if I had to be that icky, salesy person, I would have quit a long time ago. Okay, it's just not in my blood to be able to do something like that. Okay, the fourth thing, you guys, that we have people focus on is making sure that you're just sharing and recognizing what you're doing. Okay, so sharing the positives that you've done, and your coach will do that for you as well when you're succeeding in this business, which is my favorite part of coaching, is shouting out my coaches for what they're achieving. But sharing what your clients are achieving. You know, Leanne said that one of her clients is on here, and so when you're getting results, sharing what your clients are doing, sharing that they're getting results with the products, so that it opens up other people's eyes to say, oh my gosh, I connect with this girl because, you know, she just had a baby, or she just, you know, is losing weight after going through menopause, or whatever they're going through. That client is going to help others connect with that story. Okay, so recognizing what other people are going through is a big part of coaching, and it's fun to toot other people's horns. It really is. And then the last thing, you guys, is just being able to share on social media. This business is built a lot on social media. My business has been built 99% on social media. And it might be because I'm a huge introvert, okay, and I don't like to leave my house, but also you can build faster on social media. Because of the way social media is now, you guys, you can connect with people in Canada. You can connect with people in England, who are now, United Kingdom, are able to be coaches now. How cool is that, you guys? And we're going to be continuing to branch out to other countries so you can help people around the world. And without social media, you wouldn't be able to do that. So as a coach, a big part of our business is just sharing who you are on social media. Now, I want to go back to how I said you don't have to be a salesy person. Another part of this is that you don't have to change who you are. A lot of coaches at the beginning freak out and they're like, do I have to just post about health and fitness? No, post about the things that make you you. If you come onto my page, you're going to see a lot of my life. And same with Leanne, you're going to be seeing our families. You're going to be seeing our pets. You're going to be seeing, the behind the scenes of what we're going through, or maybe the fact that I just saw The Greatest Showman, which is like the best movie I've seen ever in a long time. You're going to be seeing that I'm still a person, okay? Beachbody is not me. I'm sharing me, and Beachbody is weaved into those posts, okay? So we'll be able to help you guys with social media. Our team has tons of training, so tons of resources. As a brand new coach, you get part of the self-led training that we just created from rockstar leaders on our team to walk through things at your own pace. But the cool thing about this business, you guys, is that you get to pick your pace. Okay, so as I shared those things, if you're thinking, oh my God, I can only do like 1 and 3, that's okay. You can just walk in slowly. Okay, like Leanne said, she wanted to just be a discount coach. Okay, so you can start out as a discount coach and decide if this is something that you want to have as a hobby. Or you can decide from the beginning, I want to sprint. Someone's cutting my front yard. I don't know why. I don't know where that person came from. Sorry, guys. I'm like a squirrel. I just see this guy riding by on a lawnmower. What, Kirk? Anyways, so you get to decide whether you want to walk, jog, sprint, through this business, and your coach is going to help you with that. So guys, that's basically what we do as coaches. We have little checklists that will help you stay accountable to those things, so you don't have to make your own checklist or anything like that, and we will help you succeed. All right, Leanne, I'm going to hand it over to you.
I think that might be your fertilizer person, because Kirk had posted on Facebook looking for a fertilizer. Meiser guy. See, we all are connected and we all know everything. We talk about other random things. So you can sign up one of two ways. And I will tell you, the way I signed up is probably not the way I would recommend most coaches sign up, but I paid the $40 fee. Meg probably was like, this chick ain't ever going to go active or do anything with this. But we were on 2 bags of Shakeology a month. I wanted the ultimate reset. I needed Turbo Fire. And as a coach, we get a 25% discount. Now, I will tell you just a little, if I were waiting to sign up, I'd sign up today. And I would be buying Beach Bars because they release probably like right now as we're talking, and you get 25% discount on there. So if you're sitting there like on this call thinking, oh, I would really like to do it, but I'm good on Shakeology or I'm good on my performance line, freaking sign up. Your discount will roll over when your auto ship goes. But get your Beach Bars at the discounted price. I cannot wait to try them. So, and I'm going to be ordering at least 2 boxes. So you can pay, it's $40. If you have purchased a challenge pack in the past, you can actually submit a form and Beachbody will reimburse you that $40 fee, and voila, you are a coach. And again, then you get that 25% discount on Beach Bars or anything else that you want to order. The way I always recommend my clients sign up, or my, people who are thinking about becoming a coach, is to sign up with a challenge pack. Though I know some of you already have those, have like Beachbody on Demand. I would get the completion pack. You get that at a discounted price, so you can do the performance line or you could do Shakeology. Both are amazing. When I started out, again, we tried 1 bag of Shakeology and my husband was stealing it all. So then we went to 2. And now we're on the performance line and we're both drinking Energize. And this morning I was like pouring water in the container of Energize to use up the rest of it because he was stealing it all. And I'm like, dude, you need to get your own. And then Recover, we're on, Hydrate, the Power Greens, like all of this, like my house is just Beachbody every day. I'm like, I don't even know what's being shipped to my house anymore. I'm like, ooh, what are we getting today? But there's so many products that you can try. So getting that completion pack allows you, maybe if you're like, I love Shakeology and I want to, promote that, try Energize and Recover, try that, that product. So that's what I would do. You get the completion pack. So you get the products at a cheaper price when they're bundled together, but then that $40 coach fee is included in that and that's waived. Or maybe you're like, hey, I've never really tried any of the programs, but I love working out and I'm sure I'm going to love Shakeology, or I've tried a sample pack and I want to do this. Get the challenge pack. Get a full year of Beachbody on Demand. You guys, the amount of money that I've saved with Beachbody on Demand is kind of ridiculous, because every single time Beachbody is releasing a new product, which is 3-4 times a year, I was going and buying those DVDs, even if I wasn't necessarily going to be using that program. I'm like, I need to buy it. I need to have it. Where now I love it because I wake up at the day of a product release and it's already loaded on Beachbody on Demand for me. Like, it's like Christmas morning every single time we have a new release. I'm like, woohoo, like I get that. I love Fixate. I love like every Tuesday we're getting new recipes on there that I can try. Like, I'm like, where are my recipes? Let's go. So getting the Beachbody on Demand and having that for the full year, plus getting you started on your Shakeology or the performance line, is huge. And again, I would just say, because I don't even know, like, is Beachbody going to sell out of these Beach Bars? I'm a little nervous. Like, I got to log on so that I can be the first to order. But those are really the 2 main ways really only 2 ways to sign up. If you are active military or veteran, your coach fee and monthly fee is waived. I should share, we also, have a $15.95 monthly fee. I know there are a lot of other companies out there that make you kind of sign this contract that you're going to be there, or you're paying and guaranteeing that you're going to have so much in sales. We don't do that at Beachbody. Our CEO just was like, hey, let's keep this basic. If people are using the products, they're going to be successful with this business. We don't need to do all of that stuff. So we have no minimum sales, no minimum purchases. to be a coach. As long as you're current on your $15.95 fee, then you're good. But as active military or a veteran, they waive that $40 fee and that monthly coach fee. I think you just have to submit. Taryn's on here, so she could probably put in the chat really quick. I think you just have to submit like information that like, hey, you're still, I mean, I guess if you're a veteran, we're good. But I think that's just something really cool that we do for those that have served our country. So that is, right, the only real thing about signing up as a coach. But, you know, talk to your coach, make sure you get their link so that you can sign up with them, so that you're not just randomly assigned a coach, so that that's all handled through that. But definitely be excited for beach bars.
Oh my God, I can't wait for beach bars. I'm so glad you said that, because I was like, oh my God, I knew that I forgot something this morning and I need to go. And you guys, I've tried them. I tried them at Leadership and they are amazing. Like, I almost was embarrassed that I inhaled both of them, like while we were sitting at a training. I was like, oh, okay, I have chocolate all over my face.
So at New Leadership Conference, apparently they were put in all of the packs, but coaches tried them. Ariel and I got there a little later. I mean, we were still before, but people had gone in and swiped all of our bars. So we never even got to try them because somebody took them.
Oh,
so
man.
I'm like, corporate's down the street. Get them over here.
No, it's worth it, you guys. It's worth it. They're so freaking good. They're so good. So guys, hopefully this got, you know, your juice is flowing, thinking about whether or not this would be something that you could add into your life. If you have questions, make sure you reach out to your coach or reach out to Leanne or I, and we can get them answered. We hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend. I know it's Friday, so have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully, we didn't take up too much of your time, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.